Hello everyone. Do you guys like my setup? Emoji, emoji, and a blue background setup that's been it looks really awesome, right? And there's just like a table over there, which I wish wasn't in my little setup, but it's fine. So I just saw Beauty and the Beast. I have never seen the original Beauty and the Beast, so I have nothing to compare this off of. But at the end of this video, I'm going to give a movie a rating, like A, B, C, D, F, you know. But I'm gonna give it a rating because I'm gonna start doing more movie reviews and TV show reviews. I had really high expectations for this movie. They weren't necessarily met, but I was pleased. And Emma Watson can sing, my goodness. She can sing good too, like, I'm serious. If that was no auto-tune or anything, then she can, like, seriously consider starting a musical career if she wants to. So it starts out the prince and all of his people having a party. Then this woman comes in, gives him a rose, hoping that she'll be able to stay with them so that she can seek shelter during the storm. And he laughs at her, and so does everyone else in the room. So she turns into like this weird, glowy, light, bright enchantress thing. Everyone else is like running away and screaming, and then some people are just like staring at her, and the prince is staring at her. She cursed the castle, she cursed the people that were there, she cursed them into like antiques that talk and move, and the prince into the beast. So I really liked how it just jumped over to Belle walking through the town, just singing along. She's returning a book to the priest. There's this guy walking around, and she's like, Monsieur blah 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 blah, whatever his name was. Have you forgotten something? Yeah, but I don't remember what I've forgotten. I just had like a total Harry Potter relapse when I saw that. Have you forgotten something? It's like Neville with the remember a ball thing. His grandmother sent him that little ball thing that goes red when he's forgotten something. And he's like, the only thing is, I can't remember what I've forgotten. I had a total Harry Potter relapse because Emma Watson was in Beauty and the Beast and was in Harry Potter, and she was like, I read about those. And she's returning a book, and just everything, it just fits so perfectly. I feel like that was a total Easter egg. I'm not sure it was, but to me it totally seemed like that it was. I felt like there was a lot of Harry Potter Easter eggs in that. Maybe it was just me. He's like, where are you off to? And she's like, I'm off to return a book. It's about love and romance. Sounds boring. I think it's so funny that everyone in the town is like illiterate. Everyone picked up on that, right? It was like pretty obvious. Like no one knows how to read or write. I don't know why that is. Like, they go to school because you see Belle like walking through the town and stuff to return the book, and like the kids are going to school, so I don't understand why they're illiterate. She returns the book and she grabs a new one because she's already read all the books over there. There's like 10 books there. And so she leaves, and she's just walking through the town at literally like the slowest pace ever. She's like, it was literally the slowest pace I've ever seen. And so Gaston is like, I'm going to make her my wife, and he like raises this bouquet of flowers up in the air. I would have liked it if they would have made it a little more realistic, not have like it all burst out in the singing and stuff. I realize that's what it is supposed to be, but if it would have been PG-13, I felt like it would have been a little more leveled, not just like have Belle like go slowly through the town holding her book like this and like singing little bits here and there, and then Gaston singing, and then like the whole town going with her nose always stuck in a book. Like everyone is like calling her weird and stuff, and it's like this isn't working. This isn't working. Oh, I think it's cool that she tried to help another kid read, but then like they dumped her laundry on the ground. That's so rude. I don't know what they have against reading, but okay. So then she's like, no, Gaston, it's never going to happen. And he keeps persisting and persisting. He's like, I do love a woman who's feisty or something like that. LaFoe like impersonates him. LaFoe's like his little friend. He's like, like impersonating Gaston. It's so funny. Speaking of LaFoe, first official gay Disney character who apparently liked Gaston. I wonder if Gaston knew. I mean, Gaston dies, so whoops, spoiler alert. Belle goes back home and is talking to her father, and her father's gonna leave to go sell this little thing that he built to the market, and Belle's like, can you bring me back a rose? So her father's going along and then is attacked by wolves, and then he goes into the castle of the Beast. And he gets imprisoned because he stole a rose. Then Belle goes and finds him after the horse came back to the town. Belle finds him, and then Belle pushes her father out of the cage and locks herself in. And then Lumiere and Cogsworth, they come and free Belle and show her the west wing, east wing, whichever wing it was, that she can stay in. And she's like, and they're like, it's nothing much. And it's like this gigantic room, and she's like, it's amazing. The Beast is like, come to dinner! Like, knocking on her door, yelling at her. It was really funny. And then Miss Potts is like, be gentle. By the way, Miss Potts was played by Professor Trelawney from Harry Potter. And she looks really different without looking like a crazy woman. But this was like an all-star cast. The guy who played Caesar Flickerman, he played the piano. Ewan McGregor played Lumiere, whatever. And the guy who played Gandalf played Cogsworth. Emma Watson was Belle, of course. The Prince was Dan Stevens, and Josh Gad was LaFoe, and Luke Evans was Gaston. Anyways. She goes to dinner, the Beast doesn't, and that's where Be Our Guest, Be Our Guest song starts going, which I thought that was really well done. I just didn't like the opening town scene of everyone like singing and stuff, where like everyone's singing and like she's just like slowly going through the crowd, and then Gaston's trying to merge through the crowd to get to her. I didn't really like that scene. I was like, I don't feel like it was well done. She eventually, you know, tries to leave, and then she gets attacked by wolves, and the Beast saves her, and the Beast got like bit and stuff. And so she's like, I need you to help me. I need you to stand. And so she puts the Beast on the horse, which I feel bad for the horse, whose name is Philippe, by the way. She takes him back to the castle, and he's like, I'm fine. It's funny because they're like going back and forth. She's like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, you should be. If you wouldn't have left, I would have never gotten attacked by wolves. And then she was like, well, if you hadn't yelled at me, I wouldn't have left. And then he's like, well, if you would have just done what I said, I would have yelled at you. And it's just so funny because they're going back and forth. Belle, she was like, I'll let you get some rest. And so she like left. And then Miss Potts is like, the master is not as terrible as he appears. And it's just so funny. It's like, really? The whole reason he was cursed was because he was a terrible person, but, you know, let's just roll with it. And then the movie sort of picks up a lot. The Beast shows Belle the library, which is basically the beginning of them liking each other, and then she's like, have you really read every single one? And he's like, yeah, except for the ones that are in Greek. And she's like, was that a joke? Are you making jokes now? And he goes, maybe. She's like singing another song, which I thought it was really good. It was the one that, there must be something there that wasn't there before. She throws a snowball at Beast when they're outside, and then Beast throws a giant snowball at Belle. It like knocks her out. Then, like, their relationship is just moving on. And it cuts back to, you know, Gaston and LaFoe. LaFoe and Gaston were at the tavern, and LaFoe starts singing the song no one's fit as Gaston. No one's. It was so good. I really, really liked it. Belle's father, Maurice, comes back to the village and goes to the tavern, and he's like talking about how Belle's been kidnapped by this beast. Everyone's laughing at him. Everyone thinks he's crazy. Gaston volunteers to go with him. When they go out there, Gaston's like, it's cold and there's wolves and I want to go back to the tavern. And he's like complaining, and he doesn't want to really help Belle anymore because he thinks Maurice is crazy. He's about to he knocks out Maurice and ties him to a tree. But before that, when Gaston, it looked like Gaston was about to kill Maurice, LeFau's like, hey, calm down. Just think back to the war. All the guns and the blood and the explosions. It was so funny. This movie was really funny. It really was. And him and LeFau go back. And you can see that LeFau's sort of like starting to back away. He's like, ugh, Gaston's going a little dark. Gaston and LeFau are on their way back. The Enchantress helped Maurice get back to health and get him back to the tavern in the village. And so he gets there before Gaston and LeFau do, and he tells them what Gaston and LeFau did, and Gaston like uses his wits and his charms and his tricks to make it seem like Maurice has lost his mind. Maurice is going to be thrown into like a dungeon. Belle and Beast with their like dance, because the Beast asked Belle to a dance and then he didn't think that she would actually say yes, but she did, and so they went to the ballroom and they had this really cool dance. I thought it was a really good constructed scene. And then like Miss Potts is like singing and she's like, there must be something there that wasn't there before. And Chip, the little teacup, is like, what is it? What's that? I'll tell you when you're older. I'm older! Beast takes her up to a tower and shows her the map where she can touch it and go wherever she wants to go. She goes to Paris, takes Beast with her, and Beast is like, oh, I love Paris. It was the place where her mom died, and it's revealed that she died from plague. She wants to go back, and then Beast gives her a mirror so that she can see where her father is, because she misses her father a lot. And so she sees, and she's like, he's in trouble. And then he's like, they must have caught him. And then she's like, what? I think it's so funny that the reason I'm laughing is because Emma Watson's British. The Beast sounded American to me. The actor's British, but sounded American. Ewan McGregor is American, but speaks with a French accent. Like, what's happening? Why aren't they all French? Because Belle was from Paris, so why is she British? You know? But still, Emma Watson's acting is top notch. She leaves. I want to know how Emma Watson was running in those heels and that dress. This dress is like huge, and like she's in heels and she's running down these stairs like nothing. Like she doesn't even look weird. She looks like she's just like wearing like running shoes and jogging pants. Like for real, she like nailed it. But then she leaves and goes on her horse, and she has the mirror so she can see the Beast whenever. She gets back and she's like, he's not crazy, stop! And she shows them the Beast on the mirror. And Gaston takes the mirror and is like, look at his claws, look at his fangs, look at his horns. It's a monster. We had to kill him before he killed us all. And she's like, no, he's not crazy. He would never hurt anyone. You guys like my Belle impression voice? I don't really like it. The Beast has cursed her. I've seen this. It's dark magic. And so they throw her in the little cushion thing with her father before they can transport them to an asylum. And he's like, I say we kill the Beast.